What's up, beautiful people? Jen here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jenna Lee, aka Jen Sparkly, commander of the Sparkle Army. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I am once again kind of veering out of my usual arena. I know I normally cover beauty, and I know I have opened up recently and kind of expanded to cover some of my fandoms. However, today, my nose is just like when I'm pissed off. My nose is just, you'll have to forgive me. But there's something I needed to address today, and someone I needed to address today. So Miss Harley Barber, this is for you, sweetheart. For those of you who don't know, Harley Barber is a young female. I don't really want to say young lady, but a young female who was enrolled at the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa. Now, as you all know, I am a native and lifelong Mobile, Alabama resident, and we don't take very kindly to people who come down here and make a mockery of us. We know we know people in the country love to mock us and make us the laughing stock. Well, let me be clear. There are lots of us who are forward-thinking and progressive. There are lots of us who are educated, and there are lots of us who are not the stereotype that you think we are. Apparently, Miss Harley Barber thought that it was acceptable to make a video where she's in some bar or restaurant bathroom and makes jokes about saving the N-words water. Okay? She gets called out for it as expected, and instead of saying, you guys are right, I can't believe I said that, I'm such an idiot, I am so sorry, she doubles down and, surrounded by a couple of her sorority sisters, launches into a vitriolic tirade where she says, oh, for those of you I offended, let me say it again. Inward, 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 inward. And says, then goes on to talk about, I've wanted to be an Alpha Phi since I was like in high school, you guys. Like, you don't mess with me, and you don't mess with my sorority, and inward, 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 inward. Well, this is social Darwinism at its absolute highest. This is a peak example of social Darwinism. This little bitch actually thought that this wasn't going to blow up in her pug face. Sweetie. She actually had the audacity, because she's from Jersey, as we said, she actually had the audacity to say, I'm in the South now. Inward, inward, inward. I'm in the South now. The fuck is that supposed to mean? You're in the South now. You do realize that it is not 1860 fucking 5, right? You do realize that, contrary to stereotypes, we are forward-thinking, intelligent, and progressive here in this state. Contrary to what the Trump voters might have you think. We don't play like that here. We don't do that here. None of us do. I can honestly say, my entire life here, I have never had a white friend say that word. If I said that word growing up, I'd get backhanded in the mouth. Both sides of my family. I have cousins, aunties, uncles, goddaughters of mixed race. And hell, if you know me, you guys know that I've been involved with a half-black man for the last 3 years, you know? And I am not an anomaly. Biracial relationships are extremely commonplace here in Alabama. there are lots of beautiful mixed race little boys and girls in schools every day, all over the city. It's not relegated to one spot in the city or one area. We are as mixed as it gets. I mean, yes, there are some areas in Mobile that are historically black because that's just where generations of those families have lived, and that's their home and their property, and et cetera, et cetera. So yes, there are some areas that are historically black. That's respected. That's family and it's tradition. You know, just like there are some areas that are historically white for the simple fact that white families just happen to own that property and that land. But it is what it is. Regardless, I never set foot in a restaurant, a store, a gas station where I don't see people of other colors. And here it's not just black people. We have a heavy Vietnamese population. We have lots and lots of Asian and Hispanic people. Mobile and pretty much all of Alabama is an enormous melting pot. So the fact that she has the audacity to say, I'm in the South now. Inward, inward, inward. Harley, sweetheart, there's nothing I can say to you that's gonna be any worse than hearing from that sorority that you wanted to be in since you were in high school. Since they, unceremoniously ousted you. And just to be clear, I'm not familiar with Alpha Phi. However, I'm pretty sure they're Panhellenic, which means no matter where you go to school from here on out, if you try to pledge another Alpha Phi, you'll never get in, of course. And I'll bet you dollars to donuts there, sweet tits, that if you try to pledge any other sorority, that big black mark is going to stop you from ever wearing Greek letters again. Ever. And rightfully so. My sorority, Alpha Gamma Delta, back in 2004 or 2005, were the first white sorority to pledge a young black woman. So make no mistake, guys, there is progressive thinking in the South. And we do not welcome the Harley Barbers of the world. We do not encourage the Harley Barbers of the world. And to be entirely blunt, for the state of Alabama, I can openly admit and speak on this and say we don't want the Harley Barbers of the world. Harley, sweetheart, now since you've been expelled from Bama, roll tide roll, and you've been bumped out of Alpha Phi, I guess now you can pack up that Neiman Marcus fur vest you were so proud of, and you can pack up your psychotic emotional baggage. You can pack up your closet full of probably exactly identical looking dresses and shoes and tops and skirts, because girls like you don't think for themselves. You just copy what you see everyone else do. So pack up all your generic, boring Forever 21 and Vineyard Vines generic bullshit. Make sure you get that fur vest because you're real fucking proud of it. Pack up all your craziness. Pack up your obnoxious voice. Pack up your piss poor makeup skills. Pack up that weird fucked up forehead of yours. And take your useless, ignorant, podunk, waste of fucking space ass back to Jersey. Because we don't want you here. Have a nice trip home, bitch.